Welcome back to Kids Review Crew. Today we'll be reviewing the live-action remake of Disney's The Lion King.
The Lion King is about young Simba who leaves his kingdom to come back and find his destiny.
Let's get started.
Okay, thinking about this movie in comparison to the original, was this movie better or worse than the original?
I feel like this is a very controversial topic because some people are more in like the nostalgia factor and kind of the memories of their childhood with the animated Lion King, or like the classical animated Lion King, versus the new one, which is, you know, kind of outside their realm of knowledge towards the Lion King. So they're like automatically kind of closing themselves off. Like, I don't like it, it's terrible, but I like the nostalgia factor, but also I thought it was really, really good.
I thought this Lion King was better because of the animation. And I thought at one of the parts where, I can't say because that's a spoiler, but the little Simba, he was walking and he got older, which I thought was really cool. So yeah.
I sort of thought it was worse than the original because in the original with the full animation, for like when they were singing, like in Can't Wait to Be King, they could make like the cool funny backgrounds and do like the cool colorful stuff, but in this one they couldn't really do that because it wouldn't make any sense. Not though in the original it made sense, but it would not make any more sense.
No, I get that. You're talking about the scenes where when they were singing, there'd be like flowers around their heads, or when Pumbaa was in a hula skirt, things like that.
I think I'm on both edges. I think it was good, better than the original in some ways, and didn't really stand up to it in some ways. Like, one way was, I thought the animation was awesome. I thought the animation was like beautiful. It was cool. And the bad part was, give me 10 minutes to think of a valid answer. 10 seconds to give me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Not helping.
2, 1.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
So one of the things that I noticed during the film is it's very difficult when you are trying to be photorealistic and really look like real animals or animate what looks like real animals. It's very difficult to create emotion on animals' faces. In the original cartoon, they were smiling, they were mugging. There's all kinds of facial gestures, I guess, from the characters that would match the music, would match the dialogue, match the scene, but they were unable to do that. Did you notice that, first of all, and do you think that that took away or added to your experience watching this film?
I felt it wasn't really important. The facial expressions weren't really that important to get a feel of their emotion. Like, they portrayed their emotion through their body language, through kind of the voice acting. I didn't feel like it was necessary, and it just made it seem all that more real.
Yeah, like you said, they they didn't really need to because they could just do it through their body language. Because when we could tell when Simba was happy because he was like prancing around, rolling around, and we can tell when he was sad because he was sort of like in a crouched and slouched position, or like laid down and was like.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Well, I think that it kind of took away from the experience because when I watched the original, I remember crying every time they showed like sadness on their face, and I couldn't really do that with this movie because I couldn't really tell what they were feeling. The only reason I could tell was their voice, and that just didn't really, because like when it's live action, they're so adorable, and I just want to see them be sad because then it makes me so sad, and it's.
And I think the reality is that lions don't show, or most animals don't really show facial emotion. I mean, this is a picture of a lion that's happy, this is a picture of a lion that's sad, and this is a picture of a lion that's angry. So I totally hear what you're saying, but I'm glad to hear that because that was something as an adult I watched this and I'm thinking, I wonder if kids are going to identify with the characters as much without the facial expressions.
From the day we arrived on the planet and blinking step into the sun, more to see than could ever be seen, more to do than could ever be done. Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening brings, the world for once in perfect harmony with all its living things. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Everybody look left, everybody look right, everywhere you look I'm sitting in the spotlight. Let every creature go from frog and sing. Let's hear it on the herd and on the wing. It's gonna be King Simba's finest fling. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Okay guys, so we're down to that moment in the show when we have to give our final ratings on Lion King. So you remember the score. We give it a 1 to 5. And we talked about the what that means. 1 is like terrible, 5 is like perfect beyond expectations. And we're going to score it in grubs this week.
What?
In honor of Timon and Pumbaa, their favorite food.
Oh.
Okay, let's start in the middle. Andrew.
I would say 3 out of 5 grubs. I thought it was pretty good. I may not watch it again though, because I'd like to watch it once, then I'm good. Because I usually like to pick apart things and be like, wait a minute, that isn't right, or that isn't right, and that isn't right, that light bulb isn't on. But, so, maybe watch it once. You know, there's some parts that I wasn't completely happy about, but I honestly loved Timon and Pumbaa, or whatever his name is.
Yep, that's it.
Pumbaa. They were funny. They improv'd a lot, so that was fun. If you don't know what improv is, it's pretty much make up things as you go. And
Sort of like what you're doing now.
pretty much.
Yep.
Well, I would give it a 4.5. So that's 4 grubs and I think half of 1. Or a ladybug, probably. A
4
ladybug.
grubs and a ladybug, 4.5,
Yes.
okay. Okay, and why?
Well, because it wasn't as good as the original, but I shouldn't compare it to the original. The animation was good. The voices were not as good as I expected them to be. Like, they did not really suit the character. But then again, they were quite good.
Okay. Lily.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5. So
Okay.
that means 2 grubs for Pumbaa and 2 grubs for Timon.
Okay. And what about the 0.5?
I never did 0.5.
Oh, I thought you said 0.5.
No, I said 4.
Oh.
4 out
I'm
of
living
5.
in the past.
4 out of 5.
Okay, so 4 to 5 for you. Okay, and why?
Because I thought the animation was great and all of the I loved the music too. Like, it was fun. And the characters like Pumbaa and Timon, they were so funny. And yeah, but the reason why I didn't like it is because of the sad moments.
Yeah.
I cried.
That's okay. We have you. Sophia, what about you?
Okay, so I'm gonna rate it a 4.2 out of 5, or 4.2 grubs out of 5. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I loved the animation. The animation was incredible. It really looked like the real animal with the proportions. Every detail was thought out, and it was incredible. But again, I know I shouldn't be comparing it to the original, and it's difficult not to. So I guess that kind of sense of, you know, being new and a few things from the original that weren't put in here kind of almost dropped it down a little bit from what it would have been. I don't want it to be exactly like the original, but some of my favorite parts were cut out. And
Thanks for watching, and you can now watch us on batterypop.com.
don't forget to follow us on social media. Please.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Check us out next time we review Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
Backpack, 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 backpack.
Okay, that was a great review, guys. Clearly, you all liked the movie, and this is a definite recommend. Yeah?
Your brother's here to see you?
Oscar's here?
Yeah.
Bring him on in. Guys, wait till you meet Oscar.
Oscar.
Oscar, welcome to set. You haven't been here yet. Jafasa. How long has it been? Oh, at least sounds about right. Oscar here runs the business behind the scenes at Kids Review Crew. These are our kids. Listen, Jafasa. We got some business to talk about. Up on the roof. The roof is great. Let's go. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. It's okay. I know you're gonna miss me. I'll be right back.
No! Guys, you do realize we're in a business that's being run by an Oscar.
We have to go.
Let's get out of here! Go!
Safe job!
You guys know he is on the roof!
Here we go, and action.
I thought maybe the parents are
Old
removing
people. I know you're gonna say old people. I got you.
Today we'll
The movie Lion King has... Sorry.
tough. If you're not tough, then 8 and up.
Okay. Speaking of tough, Lily.
What?
So the question was, is for...
I know, but
and who
why'd
the-
you say speaking of tough Lily?
Oh, it was just a joke.
Oh, okay.
Lily.
Okay, so let's do this again. Okay. I won't say that this time.
No, say it again.
Okay.
I like it.